Development Program Manager with the Eaton Cummins Automated Transmission Technologies Company. A new product development program manager is not really a manager of people in most of the cases. That is my case. Nobody really reports to me, but I have to work with a bunch of different players from all kinds of different functions and departments in the business that need to come together to make a new product on schedule and on budget. So that's my job, is a lot of facilitating. I pull together people that are critical in making a new product. In our case, an automated transmission for semi-trucks. So the type of technology that I use every day is definitely a laptop and a cell phone. And I use software called Microsoft Project, that's specific scheduling software that helps us keep track of the actions that are needed and who's supposed to be doing them and by what time and who else is dependent on that action. So that's something that we use a lot. I use all Microsoft Office products. So Outlook is our key software for email and for using to track all our calendar appointments for meetings. We use WebEx for our conference calls. But back to Microsoft Office, I often use PowerPoint to give updates to our leadership team. I also use Excel and Word as well. I do know some basics about transmissions, but I do not have a technical background. My degrees are actually in public relations and an MBA. So I have learned on the job all the things that I know about the trucking industry and about transmissions. I do not have a background in any of those things. It just came with time. The things that I like about my job are that I'm naturally an organized person, so I really like keeping things on plan and keeping things on schedule. So that fits my personality very well to be a project manager. I am a people person, so of course I have to work with lots of different people in this kind of job. I really enjoy all the people, all the different functions that I get to work with inside of the business. And that is a piece that I really like, even having to facilitate rough discussions and things that come up as conflict. I still enjoy it, even as it fulfills my need as a people person. And then I am a problem solver, so I like to think of creative ways to solve things, so I really like that part about my job. If there's some kind of a roadblock, thinking about a different way to get around it. Things I don't like about my job is that because I am tracking things, I'm often thought of as like the nagger when I come along to ask if you've done the job that you were supposed to do on the timeline that you were supposed to do, and sometimes it feels a little bit like I'm babysitting some of my colleagues and my friends, so that's not so fun, but usually people understand it's just my job. And I do work in an office environment. I work in a big building that has about 500 people in the building, and almost all of us are white-collar professional office jobs. There's a very large facility, and people often think that we actually manufacture something there, but we do not. The majority of us are in engineering and other supporting functions for products. And I do work remote sometimes, and in this COVID-19, we're all working remote, but this has actually been a pretty normal occurrence for me to have my laptop and my cell phone and be able to work from anywhere. And this was the career for me because I started my degree in marketing, and then I was convinced that I had the right kind of skills to do this kind of work and keep people on track and on plan. And I used that foundational knowledge to take the leap over into project management because I'd already known a lot about transmissions and our trucking market and customers. And if I were hiring someone to do this job, I would look for someone with problem-solving abilities and to be collaborative, to have good communication skills and be professional, and for someone to be willing to learn new things, and most importantly is to be able to multitask and to be able to manage complexity, especially under pressure.